The Joint Parliamentary Committee looking into views from the public on the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2020, popularly known as the BBI Bill, will not meet today to finalise on the report as earlier communicated, further throwing the BBI process into a limbo. Now, according to a message sent to the members of the Joint Committee, the meeting has been postponed until further notice. Well, this comes on the backdrop of the presidential address on Friday, where President Uhuru Kenyatta urged Parliament to adjourn due to the increasing COVID-19 numbers. While it has also been notified that the committee's sittings have also been suspended. Well, our senior political affairs reporter Kennedy Mureithi is with me here in studio to give us more on this unfolding and the implications therein. Now, Kennedy, glad to see you. Does this mean the reggae has been paused indefinitely?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Zainab, and it seems like so that from now on we might not be seeing the scenes that we have seen even in Parliament. Remember, on Friday, President Uhuru Kenyatta was very categorical when he urged Parliament to suspend its sittings, and this is where also the speakers of both houses were there, and a communique was issued there and then indicating that the speakers have called for a sitting this coming Tuesday, that is on the 30th of March, just to transact one business, and that business is to call or to have a suspension, or what we call in parliamentary language adjournment motion, so that they can all go back home until the severity of this coronavirus probably goes down. Now, why are we looking at a question on whether the reggae has been paused indefinitely? Remember, there are timelines with regards to the BBI bill and a popular initiative. Remember, you cannot have a popular initiative 1 year to the general election. And what we do have is that we have a deadline of August this year for us to have the referendum. Now, the committee, the joint committee bringing together the Justice and Legal Affairs committees of both National Assembly and the Senate, were retreating at a hotel here in Nairobi, and today they were supposed to finalize on that report. But since President Uhuru Kenyatta spoke, now everything has been put on hold, including committee matters, and thus they cannot proceed to finalize on this report. And if they do not finalize on this report, and also it goes back into Parliament where they're supposed to debate this, remember, it is going to pose that challenge. Some of the committee members we've been speaking to are saying that even if this matter has been posed right now, for them to go into Parliament to discuss and probably pass it might take a day or two. But remember, we do not know for how long the country will be closed. Remember, President Uhuru Kenyatta said it is indefinitely, probably until they see that the severity of the third wave of the coronavirus has gone down. So there's a probability that it might drag on into May or something like that. Then there's the preparations that the IEBC needs to make and all that. So we might see a probability of not having a referendum this year and probably taking on, and if the committee agrees that they need to change something. Remember, there are people who appeared before the joint committee, including the LSK, also the ICJ, and also the IEBC, and they raised some serious matters with regards to changes to that particular document. Remember, also the IEBC was saying that it is not the prerogative of the politicians to tinker with the boundaries of this country, where they went ahead to promise 70 new constituencies. So it is a matter that we are looking into, Zainab, and probably it might see the pausing of this BBI for quite some time, even in Parliament, and the possibility of us not holding it this year. Zain?
All right, and interestingly enough, you talked about some of the issues that were raised. I remember there were committee sittings by both houses of the National Assembly and Senate with regards to some of the issues raised by, for example, the IEBC and them not being involved in, the new constituencies that were proposed within that document. So then again, we're also seeing an issue where we might not be able to have a referendum. What does this mean for the political future of those who are pushing for this agenda?
Well, Zain, that's a very interesting and very good question. What does it mean for the planners of this referendum? Remember, last week there was mixed signals when it came to the National Assembly and also the Senate with regards to those allies of Raila Odinga, that is ODM leader. Remember, in the National Assembly, Junet Mohammed, who is considered a very close ally of Raila Odinga, was of the opinion that they cannot change even a comma with regards to this BBI. But in the Senate, his other ally, James Orengo, was of the opinion that they cannot have a cosmetic public participation. That means that they are at liberty to probably even change a comma or even add more views. This probably goes ahead to also prolong everything, Zainab. And what it means to these people, there are those of the opinion that from the start, from when they shook hands in March 2018, on March 9th, 2018, it has always been about two people. So what it means probably is for those two people, that is President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. Remember also last week, the media was awash with information that there is a probable meeting and alliance in the making between former Prime Minister Raila Odinga and Deputy President William Ruto, who have not seen eye to eye since 2007 when they teamed up together to wrestle power from President Mwai Kibaki. But what it basically means is that we might see this process start afresh, or we might see President Uhuru Kenyatta reaching out to Raila Odinga so that when they do agree and it comes to Parliament, then it might be a matter that might just take a day or two, as the proponents in that committee are pushing. But the implications are majorly on those two and the resources that have been put into the BBI this far, Zainab.
All right, thank you, Mureithi, our senior political affairs reporter. Very interesting intrigues there with the BBI bill.